everyone. Happy holidays. Thanks for joining us for our digital virtual holiday Insta live party. I'm going to see if... Oh, there she is. Hi, Sam. How do I add you again? Oh my God. Thank you, Sam. Every time. Okay, wait. Did that work? Oh, yay!
Yay! I also am in front of a tree. This is
Good.
exciting. We're in
Production.
the holiday spirit over here.
Yeah. Production value.
So much. Everything we do.
Right. Very organized from,
Organized, production value.
yeah,
I'm trying to
definitely.
figure out the best angle for my face.
It's that.
Here's to none of them.
It's
That one?
Hello. Happy holidays.
Hello, happy holidays.
Hi. Hello, everybody watching. Oh, hey. Hi. How are you? I made myself a drink. So what are we going to talk about?
I don't know.
So
I think we have a podcast or something, and we had a special Christmas episode come out today.
We did. And thanks
That's what
for
I keep
everybody for checking out the podcast, because we've been getting so many new people listening this week, so it's been really exciting. But yeah, do you want to talk about the part 1 that came out today?
Sure. And I see we have a happy Stigmata Day from our friends at Have Cheetah Will View. Our how's it? That's good to see you. Thanks for coming on coming on our Instagram live. Let's see. So episode 1. Well, so all right. So St. Mary's School for Children with the Stigmata is exactly what it sounds like. That's the nice thing about it being a tagline, or a title that is also a tagline. It feels like. Excuse me. So we've been following a couple of girls who all go to a secret private Catholic school in the middle of location redacted, and they all are blessed with the stigmata. I think blessing is probably it's mixed for them. But on our very special Christmas episode, we're breaking from our normal drama to do kind of an old-fashioned radio drama ghost story. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm having allergies tonight. Anyway, so on this journey, we're hearing a new perspective. So I've been trying to shake up the narrators the last couple of episodes. So prior to this, the episode was narrated by Katrina, and this one's narrated by Marjorie. It's usually narrated by Laura, also known as Florence. So we get to hear a ghost story and a little bit more about Marjorie, who's played by Bianca, and then so it's pretty good. We're excited.
It's really fun to get to have the other girls narrate a little bit, also because I don't have to listen to my own voice so much when I'm editing. But yeah, they've been so great, and it's so fun to get everybody's audio back and just see what they do. It's always like a fun surprise. So we've been really lucky with how well all of that has gone. And so yeah, part 1 came out today, and part 2 will come out on Tuesday of next week. And that also is our mid-season finale, which means that people, like, if you haven't started listening and you want to, it's a good time to binge it. And if you watch or listened, I always say watch, if you listen from episode 1 until episode 7, which comes out on Tuesday, it's about 2 hours. So it's basically like the length of one movie. So I have a lot of friends who told me that they're going to listen like as they're traveling home for the holidays. I think it's fun. So if you need something, or if you want to tell somebody else who needs something to listen to if they're flying home or whatever, I think it's a good, it's not your normal holiday listening, but it's got holiday vibes. And I think you did a really great job, especially in part 1, of going through some of the history of like Christmas and ghost stories. And so I think that's kind of fun.
Oh yeah, that was my favorite part, actually, to do the research. Like, it was funny because I was like turning the concept over and over and over in my head, and I knew I wanted to tell a story about Marjorie and the ghosts of the school. And I couldn't quite put my arm around it. And then I started doing research on like why we tell ghost stories at Christmas, or like why we used to anyway. You guys might know, what is it, the line from It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year, where they're like, ooh, scary ghost stories from Christmases long, long ago. And we don't do that anymore because it's usually cordoned off to Halloween, spooky season. And I feel like we should be afraid all year round for things other than like the state
Clearly.
of the world. So, some
Constant.
bit of history, a little bit of a ghost story, and I think I need like one of those selfie sticks or something that I can.
No, you're fine. You're fine. It's perfect. You've got your tree. It almost looks like we're both in front of the same tree, and it's just extending.
Extending.
Like,
it's like a different
break.
Yeah. It's flopping around. Aw.
Some
Just joking. Hi, Bruce.
If we were thinking of making a movie of this, and actually originally Sam had written it as a short film, and we did a reading actually where I also played Florence back in like 2013, 14.
No, it's like 2012, 2013. Yeah. It's a long time ago.
No.
We were 7.
We were 7 years old. True. That is true. Okay, so I was thinking things we could talk about tonight. So we'll get back to the podcast, but I did want to say, you know, since it's the end of our year and we're like reflecting on that it's been such a great year for To the New Girl too. And most people know that we're available on pretty like all over the place on streaming, but I think the biggest one is Tubi if you haven't checked it out yet. But also we can't say what the channel is yet, but the movie is being sort of reimagined and is going to get kind of a new life starting in the new year. So New Girl, New Year, coming very
new life.
Yes, exactly.
New cut.
We're excited. So I can't wait for people to check that out, and we'll definitely share that when it all finally materializes. But this has been in the works for basically since the summer, I think, or early fall.
Yeah, I think so.
It's just like the movie that keeps on giving, which is amazing. Like our little engine that could. Yeah. But back to the podcast, since that's, you know, what we're doing now. I thought one of the things we could talk about is that in case anybody else is wanting to make something like this, we've been doing this fast, like week to week. Like I think we came up with the idea of making it a podcast in like early October, and then we released end of October, not even quite the end of October.
Like the 26th, yeah.
And so it's pretty much for the last, up until really this week, we've been week to week, and I think you've been sort of speed writing and I've been sort of speed editing, and I'm sure our actors all feel like like for example, the episode that came out today, just so people get a sense of the timeline here, I think Sam had like 2 weeks to write it, maybe.
Yeah, it wound up being 50 something pages.
Yeah,
like 52, 53 pages.
Yeah, that's
which is.
And I've spent the whole last year writing a 100-page movie, so I like applaud you. I don't know how
Thank you
do it. And then
it's not very edited.
No, it sounds great.
I mean, pretty good.
It sounds to me. So, I mean, there's something I think to be said sometimes for just like, I mean, I think you
out of your head.
Okay, like just getting things out there and not waiting. But then, so you had about a week and a half or 2 weeks to write it. About, I would say, a week and a half ago from today, we sent it to the actors. They recorded it within 4 days. And I got the recordings back on Tuesday of this week and edited both episodes. One of them I had ready to go today, and then one will be for Tuesday. So it's been like a total whirlwind. So now we are going to take like a little mini break, because probably, you know, it would be better to stack these up and have them ready to go rather than be like, oh shoot, this one needs to come out tomorrow. But I didn't know if you wanted to talk at all about like how the writing process has been for you, having to do it so quickly every week.
Oh, it's kind of fun. It's one of my more favorite formats to write in because, like you said, there's just not really a lot of time or space for editing. And I used to do a lot of overnight playwriting festivals at Collins and also with Sacred Fools, which is a theater company in LA. We usually had they would have an annual fast and loose writing, overnight playwriting, play production thing. And it was always amazing to me, like how good the quality of content could be doing it really fast. That said, I'm not a huge fan of like the balance of my like day-to-day life of being like, oh, today I have to write, and it kind of has to take me wherever it's going to go. But the good news is the normal season episodes are a little bit easier than the Christmas one because there's a template for where it's going. So this isn't like a George R.R. Martin thing where after the mid-season premiere, it's like, oh, we're going off book. Like there's an actual plan. So, so.
Yeah, because you wrote it as a short initially, and you're sort of you're sort of expanding on the original plot of the short, right?
Yeah, big time. So it's actually been really fun to hang out with these characters again. I hadn't seen them in a while or thought about it. So to get to spend some time reimagining their lives now as 30-somethings in the pandemic has been kind of a fun exercise.
Right? Isn't it? Inez wasn't in the original script.
Mm-mm. No, she's brand new. And so, so it's been really cool to like come up with some new characters too.
Yeah, we've been super lucky. Like casting was great. Like we had too many really like good options, and I think ended up with a cool like variety of different sounding voices, and everybody's been super fun to like edit. It's always interesting to me because like we're not in the same room and we don't hear what the other person's going to do. So like editing the monologues is a breeze, but the dialogue is always like kind of hard to figure out which take like sounds more like somebody's reacting to someone. So it's been an interesting like process just to figure out, but I think it's it's working.
We should do if we could figure it out, like a live reading of it at some point.
I was thinking that the other day. Yeah, we could do like a Zoom or something like that down the road, pick an episode and like do it live.
That'd be really fun.
Next
I'm
year
all about that.
We could do the
theater person.
Yeah, I think if also the Christmas episode to me totally works as like a standalone. And you were saying that today, like it's kind of like its own little movie. So I think that's kind of fun that it's like 40 minutes basically. So regular like drama television episode.
Yeah.
So yeah, what else can we talk about?
Oh gosh, I didn't have a ton because I was just mostly excited about writing those pages and churning out that episode. Hey Dwayne, one of my friends from Roanoke. So this has been it. I was like, oh yeah, I wrote 50 pages. We recorded it. It's online. I'm excited. And now I don't know. It's just so amazing that we went from not having a podcast 2 months ago to having a podcast with like some listenership, which has been really fun. Like Laura, maybe you can talk a little bit about like how our audience has grown a bit the last couple of weeks. We changed up our graphics and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's another thing. I mean, I think, it's like, especially because you get so little in terms of visuals with this, that what you do give people is so important. And so we had kind of like thrown together, or I had thrown together graphics. Remember like the first graphic I sent you was like
oh yeah, it's just like Catholic schoolgirl in a short skirt of like people might click on it, but they might be disappointed.
Yeah,
it's like, not quite what we were going for, but I appreciated like
that's just where my mind think cool. I'm like, oh, slutty skirt,
I mean, who doesn't want to see that?
But then the one
in an audio format
with a crucifix kind of thing. But what we ended up doing is I found a really great artist who did an original illustration for us, which is super cool and has like more of an idea of the world and the space and stuff. And I think we put that up. This is probably our first episode, maybe a first or second episode where that's been, I think it's our second.
Primary graphic, yeah.
Yes. And so that's our audience has just grown like every day this week. Each day has successively been our highest listener day. So
Whoa.
it's definitely growing. And I think it's super fun that, we're getting to like reach new people. And I'm also hoping that people that like find New Girl, especially in the new year, like want to come and check out other things that Sam has written and other things that we're working on. So it's exciting.
Mama Quarles is asking, how do you listen if you don't know how podcasts work? All my kitchen lights just turned off. That was interesting.
How do you listen if you don't know how podcasts work? If you have Apple iTunes, or you can just go into the App Store and download Apple Podcasts or download Spotify. It's all free. So then you just search the name of the show, which is St. Mary's School for Children with the Stigmata.
And it's really important that you put most of the name in there. Otherwise, it's like St. Mary's School, praise the rosary and different things like that. And I'm like,
yeah,
if you're Catholic, that might be your jam.
Right.
Which means it would be the podcast, isn't it? But yeah. I don't know. There's room for both.
Like real St. Mary's schools that actually have podcasts, I've learned in the last few months, which is, fine. I'm sure their students will find us as well and maybe be confused or maybe feel a little seen because, Sam and I did go to Catholic high school together. That's how we met. And there are elements of our school experience, not really
mostly just the school itself. I've been using the school building as different launch points for
it's most setting that's like inspired by where we went to school. Really like any character stuff or anything, which is good.
Yeah. I don't write anyone's life aside from my own particularly well. Wow. Now my kitchen lights are blue.
Well, that's nice.
My husband installed smart bulbs.
You're welcome, Betsy. Thanks for watching. I'm trying to think, what else can we talk about? We could talk about we did a song for this one. That was fun.
Yeah, that was super fun.
It's hilarious. I was like, because I also edit everything. So I've been quickly learning how to edit audio, which I really actually enjoy. There's something about just being able to finish it like myself and have everything here that I don't have to ask anyone to like do anything. It's great. I'm so happy that
you're doing a great job at it. So it's working for you.
I think it's fun. I really do. I'm enjoying I like finding the sounds and I like finding the music and then I like playing with where stuff goes, especially because I think it's actually really important with like a creepy vibe. Like it goes a long way to setting up the scare type. Yeah. So finding like our main music, which is actually like our opening music is actually sort of like meant to be documentary background music. So it's like a little bit, I don't know, it felt kind of true crime, which I, like that sort of vibe.
Kind of works. Yeah.
And then for the song, like Sam had put in the script that people were caroling and I was like, oh, let's just have us sing something. And it's so funny because I didn't know how Emma and Bianca, who were the ones I was asking, would feel about singing, but Bianca had to sing in the episode anyway, and she's great.
Yeah, she's got a beautiful voice.
Right, I got both of their.
And so does Emma. I was like, man, you guys all really killed it.
I was like cracking up because it's hard. You kind of see people do like Zoom songs and stuff sometimes, and you're like, oh, this medium is just not right for this. And so I was just sort of laughing, like putting it together and finding the like background, like kind of creepy Silent Night music and stuff. And then when I listened to it done, I was like, oh my gosh, this actually works. Like I can't even believe that. It's so funny. But yeah, I'm so glad everybody's been like game. I always worry, and I guess I should assume that everybody likes to like have a lot of dialogue and stuff, but like both times when I've sent Emma and Bianca their like longer monologues and stuff, I've been like, okay, if you need any help or if anything's confused, and they're both so excited and like just totally game. And I think having hopefully a lot of fun with it because I'm having a lot of fun listening to them. I thought Bianca just like nailed, especially that the scene. There's a great moment in part one, which everyone should go watch, where she's sort of reimagining the lyrics to Silent Night, and she did a killer job.
It was great. Yeah. Yeah, she did an awesome job. Everyone did a really great job in this episode. This is probably my favorite. I always say this about like every single episode that comes out, but I'm like, oh, this is my favorite episode so far. And last week is like, oh no, that was my favorite episode so far. It's just really fun to hear actors interpret your work so well and produce so well. So it's been really fun to be a part of.
Having a good time with it. No, I think the Christmas one is probably going to win favorite episode for a little bit, just because it's so different. It definitely feels like a real TV episode to me. I'm like, yeah, this is legit. Someone should make a television show of this. I'm just saying. Like, if anybody wants,
just putting it out there,
long and pick this up as a TV show, we're
here. We're ready.
We exist. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, I mean, we're doing this virtual holiday party, but I do actually get to see you in what, like 2 weeks?
2 weeks. Yeah. Coming out to visit. It's very exciting. I haven't been to LA since before the pandemic, so it's exciting to get out there and visit with you and see if anything's changed, which I'm sure it maybe has. Every time I went there, it was always different than the last time. So
yeah, I think in the last 2 years, definitely. I mean, I was just saying today that I can't remember the last time I drove even down to Hollywood. Like, I don't ever go because it's so hard now with all the stuff with the pandemic. It's just like tough to, jump through make sure you're doing everything right and all that stuff. I have a reason to be down there tomorrow. So
that'll be fun.
Yeah. But I haven't been really doing much of it lately.
It's all right. We can tourist trap it up when I get there.
Yes. And we're going to Palm Springs too, which I'm really excited about. To Margaritaville.
Margaritaville.
Now we're going to get stalked. I won't say what dates we're going. The places my brain goes to automatically, Samantha.
It's fair.
Cheers.
Yeah. That. Sometime in the first quarter of the year.
In the first quarter. Good. That sounds very business trippy. In the first quarter of the year.
We're going to do our business planning meeting.
It is a business meeting. It's a business lady meeting. We have a business.
We have a business. We had to incorporate and everything. It's a good time.
Well, I think we had a very good year. All things considered.
Agreed.
At least entertainment business wise. And so, yeah, thanks to everybody for checking out New Girl and all your reviews and support and everybody who's reviewed the podcast, which we've had quite a few people. If you haven't done that,
thank you. That is the biggest way to help support us, is to rate and review our podcast so that other people can find us higher up in their algorithm.
Yes. And tell your friends, and if you have people that are interested in either of these projects, it's always helpful to get more ears and eyes on things.
Once you've listened to all of ours, if you ever need a comprehensive list of other scary podcasts, it's basically all I do is listen to scary podcasts. So send me a DM and I'll send you my top 5.
Well, hey, we'll make a blog post and put it on newgirlpictures.com. That's even better. Go, Sam.
Excellent. I love it.
Always
work. Always thinking. I love it.
It's so funny. Well, I'm sure we're gonna have maybe we'll do a live when we're together, and maybe
that'd be fun.
The timing will work out that we can actually full announce what's happening with New Girl. That would be fun. And yeah, everybody check out the podcast. This is listen today, or if you want to wait and listen to the whole episode when everything's out on Tuesday, you can catch the whole season and binge it over the holidays. We hope you like it. And yeah, thanks for hanging out with us, and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy everybody. Thanks for all your support. Sam, anything to add?
Nope. Thank you. And we look forward to continuing to write, hopefully not 50 pages a week anymore in the new year. Or maybe 50 pages a week. You know, maybe I should just keep up with it.
Listen,
It's not killed me yet. It's getting close.
I think it's very impressive. There's, hey, nothing wrong with that. The more, the merrier.
Yep. So keep your ears peeled for new episodes in February. And in the meantime, catch up with us and send us your thoughts. We'd love to hear from you.
Yes, please. Yeah. Send feedback, send whatever, because we're taking a little break. So if there's anything you want to see, now's a good time to let us know.
It's a great time.
Yeah.
All right, Laura, I'll see you in a few weeks.
Holiday. Yes. I'll see you soon. Mwah. Love you. Holiday.
Love you. See you guys soon. Bye.